What is up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of About Even, the number one betting show on planet Earth, brought to you by our good friends at Ned's. Shout out to them. Thanks for their support. Much appreciated. Ned's, if you can have a punt, do it responsibly, obviously, but you can go and join the About Even group on the Ned's app. The secret passcode is Dribbler. You probably know it by now, but that's where you'll find some sneaky little bets where we all like to get in there and have a bit of fun. Obviously joined by Edward, Sebo, but I want to make this more about, not about us, not about the three hot men that sit before you on this panel. I want to look down to our stats man, random stats guy, on the couch today.
Playing hurt,
playing with a fucking fractured rib and punctured lung. I don't know how old you are, Rando. I'm guessing you're in the sort of your mid to like sort of late 20s, maybe early
mid-20s,
mid-20s.
Yep.
But like every week you're coming in with a fucking football injury, and I'm just wondering whether it's time to retire.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and obviously on the weekend, copped some knees to the ribs, scoring a try. So I think that's probably the best way to go out. And on video, on camera, announcing my retirement, which I wouldn't think I'd do at subbies level. So it sounds like a good time to retire.
So is this an official retirement?
This could be an official retirement.
Could be.
Right now.
There's a lot of. You're not committing to anything. You seem non-committal.
This will be my last season.
Last season. So you're going to come back from this?
What? No, definitely not.
So you're
definitely
done?
not. I'm done.
Oh, he's
and
done.
I also got this finger as well. I don't know if the
Look at his
camera can see.
What the fuck?
Where the mallet finger that also was sustained this year. So I'm just really crippling my body now. And it comes to a point where I just got to, draw the line in the sand.
Bro, you're too old to have a punctured lung for no reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, look, then from everyone here at About Even and Shane Cates Productions more broadly, congratulations on what was a less than phenomenal career. Obviously, going out with a try is a nice way to do it.
And a fucked finger.
And a fucked finger,
But also,
yeah,
we got
absolutely.
Darren Lockett in the throat the other week.
Yeah, it's time to pack it up,
Yeah,
buddy.
absolutely.
How many comps did you win in the end?
Look, one final series, but you know what?
No comps.
No comps.
Bit of Hindmarsh about you.
Very, very Nathan Hindmarsh about me. But no,
Yes.
illustrious career nonetheless.
there you go.
Illustrious.
Do you want to throw to the video of you getting your fucking your lung punctured?
Throw to it.
Yeah, play the video, Tobler.
There you have it. Look, the grainy footage, it's almost a bit like fucking...
It's almost a bit subbies.
Well, it is. The footage is very subbies, but you're like, it's almost like that, when there people like have like footage of Bigfoot or the Panther in the Blue Mountains. It's like, why does that footage need to be so fucking grainy?
Yeah. It's like, why is UFO always in like the bumfuck middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
It's always grainy. Yep.
Well, because they're hard to capture these things, mate. We reckon Bigfoot's running around begging to be fucking taken photos of? I don't think so.
No, I think they're just
Panthers
smart
are
enough.
real, so are Bigfoots.
And so are aliens.
And so are Yetis.
Yep. Well, congratulations again.
And Yowies.
Yes. Yeah. Good chocolate.
Great chocolate.
Not like they tried to sort of
There's like a Bigfoot equivalent in Australia. What's it called?
Is that the Yowie?
Is it a Yowie?
Yeah,
I think
that was
Yowie.
the Yowie.
Is it? Or is Yowie's us? Like, because I know the chocolate, but was that an Aussie?
I think Yowie was an Aussie thing. I don't know.
I feel like it's got another name.
D or Dave are not here to do any Dioring for
Well, like the
us.
Tassie Tiger, everyone's going after that, aren't they? Like,
Well, they've been going after that for ages.
Yeah, it's the Yowie.
Yeah, the Yowie.
Yeah.
so it's
Oh,
like a
fuck yeah.
mini. Is a Yowie the size of a chocolate, or is it meant like?
No,
The
the Yowie's a
the
huge
Yowie's
thing.
Bigfoot.
Yowie's big.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, Yowie's
like
Bigfoot.
Aussie.
Don't let the chocolate fool you. Delicious chocolate. Shout out to Yowie. It's our Kinder Surprise. But Bigfoot and Yowie similar.
Right. I thought Yowies might be the size of like a budgie, and you could find them in a hollowed out coconut somewhere. You know what I mean?
Like they're just sort of living.
Yeah.
Well, see, now that would have been way cool.
So the Yowie's a species of bunyip, which I don't know what
Bunyip.
that means.
Isn't that a vegetable?
No, that's a term.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to some accountability. Edward, where are we? Tough week?
Carnival week.
Yeah.
If you've got headphones in and that just blew your eardrums out, it doesn't matter. I don't care because I needed to be open, honest, and frank with the punter and the dribbler. One of the worst weeks of punting I've ever seen. Really bad week. Worst week on the show. I don't know that to be true. It's just a vibe-based thing. Put it this way, punters and dribblers. Put it this way. The Lippy won with 0 from 10 bets, 6 from 28 legs, and minus 4.78 units.
Jesus. Who's the Lippy?
The inbred.
Oh, is it the inbred?
Yeah.
It was the inbred.
What an inbred way to win.
Yeah. Not picking a bet.
Not picking a bet. I mean, we didn't show up last week. It's as simple as that. Some argue that we were a bit flat in the video. We punted accordingly. Very flat punting. I was second. Put it this way, 0 from 10. I had 2 from 22 legs. 2 from 22 last week. Fucking awful. Minus 6.87. Tom, none from 10. 8 from 29 legs. Minus 7.49. Sebo, on the greatest slide in the history of the show.
Yep.
None from 10 bets, including 2 triple stakers, don't come off. 5 from 24, minus 12.73.
Oh, my
I've fallen.
God.
I don't know
Now-
if anyone's seen that documentary, the guy who's fallen off the ledge and then his friend has to cut the rope and then he falls through the glacier. His shin bone goes up into his thigh bone. Awesome documentary, and he spends like 5 days crawling up
And then
the
does he
mountain.
start crawling back? He starts crawling back to town?
Yeah. Everyone thought he was dead. It's like, because it was at night time, he was over the ledge, and his friends are like,
See you,
like,
bro.
I'm slowly getting sucked down here. I can't hear him. There's a blizzard. Cut him. I've been cut, but maybe I'm not dead, but I've definitely fallen. Let's say that.
He's on a ledge, his shins are through his fucking sternum.
Your shin's going through your fucking your asshole, and you're in big trouble, buddy. I'm winning the week. Winning at the moment, punters dribblers. My unit scuba got taken off me. Listen, little contentious. It is what it is.
Was it contentious?
Well, I'm a team player, so that's okay. I'll cop it.
Contentious.
Contentious as fuck, but I'll cop it.
Contentious.
I mean, if we went through every fucking bet, I don't think
Didn't
everyone would have
the
put theirs up.
fucking
That's all
bet
right.
on.
That's all right.
That's,
I mean,
but that's a skill, right? You got to know when to ask the question. That's been in everyone's
Unit
back
scoop
pocket.
is always going to be
Unit
us.
scoop
you
is
got
mate.
a bit of
Come
Richie
on.
McCaw about you. That's
Come
okay.
on, mate.
Always offside. Now, I'm winning, but off the back of, the contentious nature of my stripping of units.
You didn't put the bet on.
I'm winning minus 16.61. So there's work to do. Sebo second, minus 22.07. So you've lost fucking near 50 units.
Yep.
You're in like, this is fucked.
Tom, minus 46.45. The Lippy, minus 76.18. So the Lippy's got $238 left.
But do we, like, when you see that, right? So this is all coming up, Tom, I reckon. And this is not about me, but it sort of is. Like, you guys have come back to the pack. Specifically, Sebo, you, Eddie, have
You're
always
30
been,
units behind.
You've always been in reach. Yeah, but, like, think about if you would put your bet on, that's like fucking 13 units, right, that you got up for, right? Like, that's not that hard just to turn that around. I mean...
I know. And there's been 1 unit scoop. It's like, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible
No,
here.
it's
It's
not
not
impossible.
impossible. And Sebo now, I'm basically beating Seb. If you think about how well he was doing, the fact that he's only like 24 units ahead of me,
Sebo's essentially third.
yeah, he's essentially coming last.
Sure.
Well, I'm not going to put him. I'm not going to say he's last because the Lippy's
I'm
so
second.
bad.
No, I'm not.
I'm coming
putting
second.
I'll tell you how bad the Lippies are. I'll tell you how bad the Lippies are. Now I know the Lippy won last week, but this is how bad the Lippy is. And to everyone that keeps commenting every week on the video, fuck these guys are bad, like fucking, acting like they could fucking pick winners. The Lippy has lost 57 bets in a row. 57 in a row, 51,
record off Dad.
51 rugby league bets. So there's 6 unit scoopers in there. They've lost all 6 unit scoopers, obviously. 51 NRL and or State of Origin bets in a row. 51. So the record's fucking long gone.
Yeah, and then you get the comment, amazing how bad these guys consistently are at punting. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
look at you guys.
Yeah, it's
Look at
shocking
you
how
guys
bad
fucking
you
suck. I will say,
suck.
I will say-
57 bets in a row is fucked.
I think it's worth acknowledging Sebo and I's bad beat though in State of Origin, not having Brady first try score.
Yeah, that's a bad beat.
That's a bad beat.
Yep.
Because that was a try. They were looking for a reason to take
Well,
that
except he was offside.
off. I don't know if he was.
Well, I think he.
No, I don't
didn't
think he
get a
was.
good angle.
It was no good angles. It was a fucking try.
Listen, it would have been one of the great tries if he wasn't offside, which he was.
Well, I think
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, look, I'm going to say he was onside, but that's all right. Look, it doesn't matter.
Gun to your head.
Onside.
Well, you're dead. Sorry, buddy. You just died.
But
So,
there's only
that's
much
not
to go.
accountability. I got to go through it.
Yeah, well, I
Listen,
mean-
you know what? Do I need to go through
No,
it?
I don't know if you
So
do.
much fucking red, punters and
Yeah.
dribblers. Like, so much red.
I fucking didn't wrangle the Stags. Let everyone know that.
I know. I tried to take Tristan Saylor with me on that hunt. Like, who the fuck? He's not even a first grader.
Well, he's not a regular first
He's
grader.
fringe.
Yeah, he's a fringe. He's a fringy. That was a weird one. But I mean, when that video came out about of Stags dancing on the tables and shit at the club, I was like, oh, this thing's on. This thing's on. It wasn't
But
on.
that's why, it's like, if people might think we're making it up. Like, stags are notoriously hard to wrangle.
Yep.
They shouldn't be, but they are.
They are.
Proven right there.
Bradman Best getting easier and easier to wrangle for me, though. I will say that.
No surprises. Although maybe a little bit shocking, but the Smith bet.
Smith bet did not
$628.48 it was paying. Not a single Smith crossed the chalk.
Not a
so we
Smith.
were 0 from 4 Smiths.
Yep.
Disappointing. Not.
I also
not
got another
surprising.
bad beat. Targo 2+ Dilly Edwards.
That's not a bad beat.
Yeah, it was.
Did Edwards go over at one point, but got called back for
He got
something?
called back.
Yeah, so it wasn't a try.
Yeah, but that's a bad beat, right?
Well, if he drops it over the line, it's a bad beat.
Well, he didn't drop it. They said it was an obstruction, I believe.
Right.
But it wasn't.
There are a couple more. I mean, the Lippy had Tom Hazelton.
That's a bad beat.
That was a bad beat. Running all that way, putting on the afterburners.
$33.88.
That was a
that's a bad beat.
But
And
that's the way Lippy goes.
And Sebo's triple stake, Semi Valame, got over the line, but he put a foot, just a little boot on the touchline.
Yep.
Which was another bad beat.
Yep.
And sorry for reminding you now, Sebo.
Tough week, dude. It's like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you're so close.
You've got to be back into the forest soon, don't you?
And then
looking for mystics.
Yeah, I'm pretty close.
Well, if not now, then when?
You got to be like dead. So like if Tom overtakes me, that's when I go into the mystic.
Oh, well,
forest.
he's going to wait until it's like,
All over.
don't you want to sort of try and stop the slide before it gets to that
It's
point?
not the way how black magic works. You can't just choose to go in. You have to go in when you're most vulnerable.
Okay.
Fucking got nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this week, mate, I'm going to be fucking...
You don't have a whole lot.
I got a good week in me this week.
Do you?
Yeah. Trust me on that. Trust me on that.
Trust your net.
Trust me
Well, that's
on that,
accountability.
bruh.
Pretty fucking.
Pretty gross. Pretty
Pretty
gross from all
yeah.
of us. But you know what, dude? Like, we're the only ones that fucking are accountable.
It was gross, but we
That's what
put our
this
hand
show's
up
about.
and we own it.
Yeah, we own it. It's responsible. We don't bet beyond our means, Eddie.
No, we don't. Tom never would.
But it doesn't take the sting out of it.
No. It stings, especially losing to a Lippy.
Yes.
Without getting a bet, and he didn't get a bet.
Shout out to whatever is Huntington Whiteley, whatever his name
Well,
was.
the inbred.
Inbred, fuck.
You know the inbred.
We are still intending on getting a Lippy trophy, but we just don't care enough about you.
Well, maybe Tobler should do his job.
Yeah, maybe Tobler should do it. Like, we're still waiting on a Stag's Head, still waiting for a Lippy trophy. You know.
What do you do?
He just has golf lessons.
I know.
That's all he does.
Because he's overpaid.
Yeah, too much. Golf lessons.
Overpaid and underworked.
Golf lessons and marathon training.
I know. Anyway, who is the Lippy this week, Sebo?
Just getting his name up now.
All right.
His story is that apparently he was on Bloody Brilliant Beers and put them onto a trot, like he's a trot specialist kind of guy.
Interesting.
So I thought, why not? Like he didn't do a big bet or anything, but I thought, why not give a trotter? He says he knows his
Don't
rugby
mind
league.
giving a trotter a fucking even
We
go.
don't mind the trots on this
Dave
show.
Kenzie, and his profile picture is of a trot. So
This guy loves trots. Dave Kenzie?
Yeah.
All right, let's trot, Dave. I don't
Dave
mind
Kenzie, it sounds like he had half his last name shaped.
Exactly.
It
It
does,
sounds like he
doesn't it?
lost it in a bet.
Yeah, he did.
lost
on
it,
the trot.
fixing some trots.
Yeah, fixing trots.
But you had to give it to a bookie.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you on
There's
board
like a
there.
McSimpson running around out there. You know that?
Yeah, you added it to your last name.
Of course you did. If you take it off someone, you keep
Take
it.
half someone's name. Well, that was like when you'd lose an N.
Yes.
With the battle for ends. That's obviously you got to be
that's-
listening for a
when
while.
was that? Years
that
ago.
was when Jeff Horn was fighting.
And how did you
someone.
lose it then? I can't remember.
Well, it was Glenn Rushton who had too many ends, and then he lost to someone else.
I know.
Long story, that one. Round 21 of the NRL, the Open, the British Open in golf. Randos bets of the week, unit scooper. We are still really red hot on this 10 to 10,000, and I'm confident this week. And then,
Can I be honest with you? I think we get it by the season's end.
Yep.
so do
I
I.
reckon we win 10
You're not going to
grand.
get it in a bye week or bye period.
That's
should
what I
say.
mean,
Yeah,
dude.
12
Like,
weeks.
in this run home, in this run home to finals, I think we get it.
The run home with John Fletch.
Well, like that.
Yeah, like
because they
that.
run home too.
Yes.
But in a different
In a
sense.
different-
This is our own version
Yes.
of that.
The run home with about even.
Yes.
10
10 into 10,000.
10
We
to
hit it,
10,000.
and when we have fucking 10 grand, we party.
Oh, yeah, we party.
Long lunch sort of stuff.
And then the Lippy dribbler, as we just mentioned, is a dude with half a last name. We move on here. We move on. Let's get into some betting, though. This is... I mean, you don't often have a spoon bowl kicking off your round of rugby league. It's a real
Thursday
DMC.
night as well.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, especially celebrating getting out of bye period
Yeah.
stuff like final
This is like
third.
the final bye round game almost. It's like you get out of the bye round and they kick it off with the Dragons Tigers at Wynn Stadium on Thursday night. I'm very proud to announce we aren't doing a live stream this week because we've got way better things to do.
You've got a wedding.
I've got a wedding.
We
Eddie's
do
going
love
to
the
Noosa.
punter and we love the punter and the
But
dribbler.
I'm
We
just
love doing the
saying,
live
it's
stream.
fallen. The wedding has fallen on a nice weekend.
Very fortuitous.
It's fortuitous.
Because the rounds of Thursday night footy coming up is fucking elite.
We got some horny ones coming up, and it's just nice that schedules have meant we don't have to do this pile of shit on Thursday night. Dragons, uninspiring favourites at $1.62. The Tigers, uninspiring underdogs at $2.30. The line, an uninspiring 3.5 points, and the over-under, a hard to judge 45.5 points. Rando, have you got any boring shit stats for this fucking game?
Got some really boring stats for this one. Obviously, it'll be dry at Wollongong.
Cool.
As you know, both teams just playing absolute terrible footy at the moment.
Yep.
But the Dragons are still averaging 23 points per game in their last 5, whilst the Tigers, they're averaging under 10 points per game. You also got the Tigers, who have lost all 7 games against their opponents at their traditional home grounds, and the Dragons, they've won and covered the line in 6 of their last 7 games at home as the favourite. So you really just got to go the favourite here with the Dragons. They've got more points than them. They've got more artillery. For try scorers, the Tigers' left edge has been absolutely woeful. They've conceded 30% of their tries, with 21 tries going to the left winger. This matches perfectly for the Dragons, who have scored 38% of their tries down their right edge exclusively, and Michaeli Ravalawa has scored 7 tries in his last 5 games at Wynn Stadium. So that's the best choice here, Rava and the Dragons.
Thank you, Mr. Rando of One Lung fame. Is there any stats around Tigers try scorers? If you were looking to make this pile of shit a double-ender that you can forget about, not watch, go back and check, say on a Friday morning, hungover, is there anything for the Tigers?
I think you got to go down the right edge for the Tigers, looking at Noffa and Stafford Toa as possible try scorers there.
Okay. Not what I wanted to hear.
What did you want to hear, Tommy? Let's see if I can back it up.
Look, I had Junior Tupou. I had Ravalawa and I had Junior Tupou.
Yeah, nah, they've scored 17% of their tries, the Tigers down the left edge, and the Dragons have conceded 14% of their tries there as well. So
Stafford Toa's not a bad one. If I was to just go Michaeli and Stafford, I'm doing that one. Doing that. Thank you. Stafford Toa, Ravalawa, $5.40. That's a double ender that will not get you off. Edward, what are you doing?
I look at this game and I just see shit, pure shit. I see shit right across the board. I don't mean that to be offensive in any way. It's just what I see. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't telling it as I see it. The Tigers are in awful form. The Dragons are in awful form. The Tigers are fucking in the media for the last week because Zach Fulton, the new recruitment manager, and Benji don't see eye to eye, and then Lee Hadjipatalis has to dress like Mr. fucking Inspector Gadget and go on the 360 and just talk shit. It's just a mess. Complete and utter fucking mess. No one wants to coach the Dragons. They're a complete mess as well. The last 2 games have played against each other, been decided by 2 points. So I just see shit versus shit, outcome shit. Less than 4.5 points, either team to win by. Less than 4.5 points, $3.60.
So,
yeah, I just tried to. I've done 3 try scorers. I was going to do a double ender, but I thought I just need to get to double digits at least in a game like this. I just don't want to stake too much because I'm not inspired by it. The favourite, Ravalawa, went him, so you bring in a favourite. Buller on the other side, only because it's like the only shining light in this game, or at least in the Tigers. And then Moses Sully, he gets me up to like $15.94 for all 3 of them. I think he's paying around maybe 3 something. So just get a bit of Val in a centre or something like that. Look, it is just a game where if I can hit a double-digit multi, I'll have maybe next time I watch it, because I'm not watching it this time. But if I get the green tick, maybe next time I'll watch it.
Yeah, sure. I'll tune in for this game while the Ashes are on. Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you there. What's the lippy dribbler of half a last name fame doing?
Dragons 13 plus into Lomax 698.
Beautiful. What a fucking pile of shit. Let's move on. Woo! Warriors Raiders. Game 2. Go Media Stadium. That's in New Zealand, baby. Warriors favourites at $1.40. Raiders $2.95. The line 7.5. Over under 43.5 points. Monsieur Corbet, One Lung. What's going on?
It's going to be wet, raining in the morning, but should die down before kickoff. But we know that Auckland can still have that dew on the field. The Raiders, they've lost 10 of their last 14 games at Go Media. However, they have covered the line in 5 of the 6 games. They have been the underdog this season. The Warriors, on the other hand, they've lost their last 3 games in the wet at Mount Smart. So potentially looking at the Raiders to cover that plus 7.5 line. For try scorers, the best bet is to keep going with DWZ, 13 tries in his last 8 games. And the Raiders have conceded 9 tries to right edge attacks in their last next 4 games. If you're looking for some outrageous value, Josh Papali'i at $10.50 could be your go. The Warriors concede 25% of their points in the middle. The Raiders are scoring 25% of their tries in the middle. Josh Papali'i has scored in his last 2 games at Mount Smart and scored last time out against the Warriors.
Ooh, that's not bad. Now, I see Eddie frantically consulting, so I'm wondering whether I go to him right now. Are you making changes here?
No,
What
I'm not making changes. I'm just looking at the weather because those stats scare me. But are they if it's raining or is it just if it's dewy on the ground? Do you know what I mean? How do you define
wet? Yes. So wet is like when it's raining during the game.
Raining during the game?
Yes.
So if it's raining in the morning but not at night, does that constitute wet weather football? Fuck it, I'm going with my instincts here. Was 13 plus. I'm liking what they're doing. Sean Johnson is having a renaissance, playing incredibly well. He's just had another kid, plays for the child. DWZ scores almost every game. Fucking untouchable. I just think the Raiders go over there and get humped. I really do. Was 13 plus, DWZ. I'm liking what I'm seeing. 319, triple staked.
Sebo?
Pretty similar but different band, I guess. I'm going WARS 1 to 12, DWZ, obviously, Rockstar, GTA 3 vibes. But
Rockstar.
I'm thinking Rockstar games. WARS, like, it's not so much, I don't think the WARS can't pump a team. They obviously did it the other week. But the Raiders, I know they've only won by 8 max, but how much are they losing by? I swear it's always a tight fucking game with those guys. Mm-hmm. Like, it's always a scrap. And so I'm thinking, I want the WARS to win. So it's a bit of a heart bet. But I just don't, I want them to pump them, but I just don't think they will. The Raiders are annoying. They'll always grind out either a win or get it close. But WARS are better at home. That's 440 for just 1 to 12. And Rockstar Games, GTA 3, DWZ to score.
Rockstar North.
Yep.
Now, the last time the Raiders lost this season was to the Warriors in round whatever back in June, and they got fucked. It was Jared Croker's 300th game, the Croker's Comet. We all were on fucking the Raiders there.
We're all on the Comet.
We're all on the Comet. That was in Canberra. There was a lot of hullabaloo. There was a lot of, dick sucking and celebration, and it all got too much for the Raiders. They got flogged. The Raiders have had 2 byes since and haven't lost a game since either. I have a feeling, coming off the bye, WARS have been playing good footy, don't get me wrong, but the Raiders are a good football side. I see the Raiders winning this one. I just see it. Off a bye, feeling refreshed, feeling relaxed, and if they win, I'm excited to see my friend Albert Hopewadi, as far as I'm aware, the only Albert in the NRL. I could be wrong. I probably am. But I see a Raiders W and a Hopewadi and Rapana anytime, 11.67. I just feel it.
I don't love that for 11.67.
I actually think it's good for 11.67.
Too much to happen.
2 try scorers and an underdog.
2 winners. Yeah, but the underdog is just, if you think they're going to win, then who gives a fuck? Like, they're the underdogs because that's what the market says. I think they can win it. And they've got Papali'i coming back. They've got a couple of people coming back. They're going to be solid. And then you just need some wingers to go over, which is like, sure, wingers score, dude. Wingers score. So 11.67. I mean, I tell you what I don't like. WARS 13 plus Dallin Wateni anytime, triple staked for 320, 319. That I don't like. That makes me feel physically ill. But all respect to everyone. The Lippy, he's gone DWZ and Hopper.
Hope we include that on Monday in the bang video for me. Just include that.
Include it. Excuse me. Include that, please. But let's move on. Next up, we got the Rabbitohs and the Broncos. This will be a good game. Sunshine Coast Stadium, which is seemingly a Rabbitohs home game. Shout out to Sunshine Coast. I am officially the favourite son of the Sunshine Coast. That's been the case for a while now since my trip to Noosa. But you are going to Noosa this week.
Didn't people tell you not to come back?
Nah, that was only one person. Most people were like...
I'm pretty sure most people never come back here again.
They were like, thank you for shining a light on the Sunshine Coast. They were like, thank you.
I'm pretty sure people were like, do not come back.
No, they were like, no one shows any respect to the Sunshine Coast. Thank you for doing it. You're now. They gave me the keys to the city, basically. So that's Rabbitohs Broncos at my Sunshine Coast. Rabbitohs favourites $1.67. Broncos $2.25. A bit of fucking Val there. A bit of Val Holmes. Line 3.5. Over under 45.5. Rando. How are you feeling? How's the line going?
Yeah, it's actually really comfy here. I might make this a full-time thing, just lying on the couch. I mean, it's obviously doable, so nothing's stopping me.
We all need to have a doctor prove that you
How long are you going to be punctured for?
They reckon about another week. I'll get an X-ray next week and see if it's still bad. But Yeah, 1 week for it to be the lung to be back, 6 weeks full fractured rib recovery.
How do they fix that? Do they do? You know how when you used to pop a tie, put that goo into it, that green goo, and it'd seal it? Is that what they do?
They didn't put any goo into me.
They put a tube down your mouth and just like
Nah,
light up like a balloon.
the puncher wasn't big enough to fit the tube in.
so it wasn't even
suffocating.
So you're fucking whinging.
No,
and you
not
should
at
be
all.
sitting
This is
up.
absolutely
Joey played
not.
a grand
I've got a
final
doctor's
with a
certificate
punctured
and I'll
lung.
send it over.
I hiked out of the Blue Mountains with 3 broken ribs. So
Jesus Christ.
you were there.
I know. I remember it.
What was that?
He got tackled onto a rock.
got into a fight. And,
With who?
You got Freeman. Shout out to him.
We it was cadet camp. A bit of
camp.
fight broke out. Got tackled.
An actual fight?
like
Were
just,
we throwing bags of piss or were they?
we told the younger kids to throw bags of piss at people in our year who we thought it would be funny. And
We
then,
recruited younger kids to piss in Ziploc bags, throw it at the tents of people in our year. I mean, look, I'm watching a lot of Narcos. We had some, it was like we had people on our side. We had some
they didn't
henchmen.
take it too nice. Yeah, too
No, they
kindly.
didn't enjoy the bags of piss being thrown.
Did they
out.
explode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it, yeah.
As bags of piss in a Ziploc bag would. And quite reasonably, Seb got tackled onto a rock and those.
But he
broken
didn't throw them.
Yeah, but we called the hit.
I was in command of the platoon.
Yeah, right. So you called the hit, and you got tackled onto a rock and broke 3 ribs.
Yeah.
Was that? How'd you feel about that? Were you embarrassed? Pretty deflating.
No one would believe me. And then
we thought he was
I had to go to
we thought he was being Randos.
I didn't sleep that night because obviously I can't sleep on the ground with broken ribs. And I'm just like, I think I got broken ribs, camp instructor. And they're like, no, you're probably fine. And I'm like, all right, fine. And then hiked out, then went straight to the X-ray. You get 3 broken ribs. And then all of a sudden, I'm not a litigious person, but all of a sudden I get promoted to, top of the rank of the thing. I get cadet colours and all that stuff. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Just not sue, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should have. They had deep pockets.
Once you get colours, then sue. That would have been even better.
Very deep
Head of cadets, sue. Anyway, did we hear anything from you, Rando? About
No,
this
not
game?
in the end.
Okay, great.
Obviously, a tough one to pick head-to-head at the Sunshine Coast Stadium, a ground where these two teams haven't played yet. I still like giving the Broncos about a 12.5 head start. They've only lost by 13 plus once all season, which, to be fair, was against South, but they have won 6 of their 7 games outside of Brizzy, so that plus 12.5 start looks pretty good. For try scorers, the Broncos' left side was caught out against the Dogs, leaking 3 of their 4 tries. The South's right edge is their best attacking unit, scoring 30% of their tries, and leading the try scorers is Campbell Graham. He scored a hattie last time against the Broncos and has scored in 3 of his last 4 games.
Okay. This will be a good game.
Great game.
This would have been a good Thursday game.
Yep.
Yeah, would have been, but that's okay. I look at the Rabbitohs and it feels like the band's back together again. Yep. And I think that they put the buy around bullshit behind them and they go out there and they fucking...
Just like when Tom came back to Blink-182 after being out for a while.
I was thinking more Mighty Ducks when the Bash Brothers reunite, and it reflects on my bet a little bit.
Well, he was saying band, and I haven't seen Mighty Ducks for too long, so I don't remember it.
Mighty Ducks is unbelievable. If you're scat this weekend, punters and dribblers, get into the Mighty Ducks.
I haven't done it. I might redo it. I haven't
It's
done
good,
it
dude.
in
It's
adult
really
life.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good
All
stuff.
3?
Oh, fuck yeah.
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 And then when that rich guy, is it the third one where the rich guy goes to the other college and all
in the
black-
third one, he's in college. He's gone to college. Yeah.
Yep.
The main guy whose name is
No, but Charlie, the main
Charlie,
guy.
yes, Charlie.
But then there's that kind of rich guy who looks a little bit more nerdy, who's really good, and I think he transfers to the bad team for a while.
Yeah,
I remember
right.
That broke my heart as a kid. I'm like, why is he?
Well, they're just trying to teach you life lessons,
Well, it's
People
life
can
lessons.
turn their back on you. People can lie. People can tell you things that aren't true.
Anyway, band's back together again. Campbell Graham goes over off the back of that. And Keon Kolmatangi, he was sensational in Origin, and I want him to cross the chalk. It's as simple as that. $9.40, 2 try scores, pretty good value, I think.
This is a dumb bet from me, but it's one of those ones where I'm excited. The game excites me. It gets me giddy, and I just want I want there to be a lot of points. I want it to be a really good game, but the chances of this bet coming off are very fucking slim. But I've gone a double ender, so I want to be DP'd on each end. So I've gone for the Broncos, Cobbo and Herbie, and then for the Bunnies, Cambo and Trell. Fucking, they're all try scorers, and it could happen, but it probably won't happen. I bet you Stags gets a hat trick. But so for Cobbo, Herbie, Cambo, Trell, $29.91.
Little Diamond Dallas Page kind of thing, DDP.
It's a DDP. It's a DDP.
It's okay.
A DDPP.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
Whatever it is. Look, I'm going Bash Brothers. Trell and Cody reunited. There's no better combination, I think. And they haven't been around each other for I don't know how many rounds now, 8 or something. I'm pretty sure both of them scored last time they played the Broncos. Didn't look into it. It's a vibe thing, but maybe Rando can sort me out there. But Trell's back. Cody is going to be coming back after man of the match confidence in Origin. Those two, 591. 591.
Not bad.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm getting 940.
Yeah, but I've got the Bash Brothers.
Yeah,
You know, like, if you look at the tries.
Are they called the Bash Brothers, or have you just given them that name?
No, they're the Bash Brothers.
Are they the
One guy had the long hair and the headband. The
No,
other
no,
guy-
No,
saying-
but you
I'm saying,
coined them the
they
Bash
the
Brothers.
Bash Brothers. Because
Well,
Bash, they
I'm
don't
surprised.
bash.
No, but it's
They
like,
don't bash, though.
well,
They don't bash anyone.
yeah, but they bash up on teams.
Yeah,
like
but
when
they're
they're
not- no,
together,
that's
they
the forward
combine
pack.
for tries.
That's not what they're not
tries
bashing,
this.
though.
But it's like it's bashing up against sides. It's not physical bashing. You can't physically bash.
You can actually.
You can't throw hands
physically
in
bash.
rugby league.
Yeah, but you don't need to. Like, if you were saying fucking Tino for Asuma La'awi, him and like fucking Fafita might be Bash Brothers because they snap cunts.
Yeah,
These
maybe.
guys aren't
Well,
Bash.
so who are they? If they're not the Bash Brothers, who are? Like, no,
Probably Jake Trbojevic and
Maybe the two he just mentioned.
yeah, well, those two could be those.
You know, it's just that Cody doesn't bash anyone, and Trell puts hands on people, but he doesn't snap.
He more
people up.
bashes people when he runs into them.
Exactly.
They got a Bash Brothers vibe.
No, I
They
disagree.
Do. They do.
I disagree.
They do.
I disagree.
Anyway, going back to your question, Walker and Mitchell did score both times.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty Bash Brothers stuff, if you ask me.
Lippy, Broncos W, Herbie, fun with 2+, 16-20. Weird. Weird bet.
Next up, we got the Titans and the Roosters. I don't know what to think of this game.
I don't know what to think of the Roosters.
I'm starting to feel bad for the Roosters, and I don't mean that.
What?
I don't mean that
No.
too sincerely.
Fuck
but
off.
I feel it in the sense of like, just imagine having such a stacked team and being so fucking awful.
You can't feel sorry for those fucking losers.
Nah, you're right. Titans are underdogs, actually. We're playing at Seabus. $2.15 for the Titans, $1.72 for the Roosters. I don't know how that makes sense. The line, 2.5, over under, 47.5 points. Lots of points in Titans games. We know this. Rando, what do the stats tell?
The stats really point heavily at the Roosters here. The Titans have lost their last 9 games against them, having not beaten them since 2016. However, funnily enough, the Roosters were also ranked 14th when they lost that game back in 2016 as well. Other than that, the Roosters have won 9 of their last 10 games played at Saturday 3 p.m. and the Titans have have only won 2 of their last 17 games as the underdog at home. So that's why I do like Sydney here. For try scorers, we know the Titans can score tries, and their strong left side is a great matchup against the Roosters' weak right side. Seeing that it is the 100th episode, we got to go with a player playing game 100.
This is our
and
100th
that is
episode.
David Fafita, I believe so, or have I pulled in too early? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is the 100th episode.
Where are the balloons, Tobler?
Where the fuck are the balloons? Where's the mud cake and the verve? Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Thanks, Rando.
No worries. David Fafita, he's playing game 100 and he's scored in each of his last 4 day games. He's probably the best value here for a try scorer.
Nice.
I'm just now more wanting to talk about us.
Yeah, I want to talk about us as
100
well.
episodes.
I'm disappointed that I wasn't informed because there would be a bottle of Verve and a bottle of Mudcake sitting in front of me. Don't know if you can have alcohol on set in a punning show, but
Look at it, we'd blur it out.
we would blur it out.
Blur it out.
But tradition and history dictate that when we hit milestones, Tom and I, and Seb, you can be included, and you too,
yes.
Rando.
Thank you.
Not Toblix, if you forgot.
Exactly. Then we drink Verve and we eat Mudcake. Woolies Mudcake.
See, this is
Chocolate
why
Mudcake.
I was going to call sick, but it was episode 100, so I thought I'd come in.
Jesus.
But
Tobler, be honest, you forgot until Rando just said that, didn't you? Yeah, I remember last week. Oh, last week would have helped.
Okay.
That's good.
No, that's really handy. Well, you know I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you didn't tell me.
You're our flesh hard drive. You know what I mean? Like, you're our flesh calendar.
Fly drive.
Did the doors open?
Yeah, that
Dior.
was Dior of sneaking off to the Dunny fame.
Oh, is Dior here?
He just came in.
Yeah.
Not about Dior, about me. Listen. If you bet on
Shout
the
out to
Roosters,
everyone fucking tuning in for 100 episodes. That's mad. You know what I mean?
except for those, if you've tuned in for all 100.
Well, not even all 100, but the fact that anyone's tuning in means we've been able to get to 100. And we've been through some highs and some lows, some trials and tribulations.
Yeah, you can put it that way. You can put it that way.
Yeah.
Now,
Anyway.
if you had bet on the Roosters every week in the hope that they'd turn things around, you'd be a very fucking poor man. And I don't see any reason to go against that train of thought this weekend. They're just an awful rugby league side. Robbo doesn't know how to coach unless he's got immortals in the side. And they're going like a busted ass. Oh, excuses here, excuses there. No, you're shit. You're not scoring points and you fucking suck and you're 14th. So I'm going on the Titans this week because they might be inconsistent, but at least they can get dubs from time to time. Sammy and Fafita, 6.23. I will not be touching any Roosters bets.
I'm with you. I'm not touching Roosters. I'm actually going Dave Fafita 2+, not Jojo Fafita. It's probably important to make that distinction.
Does anyone wrangle the Jojo?
Probably not. Watch him score 2 now this weekend. But Dave Fafita 2+ in a game, again, I don't care about. 11.50 though for Dave.
Yeah, look, I'm going to Control C, Control V that because of the 100 kind of. I wouldn't say it's an omen, but it's something. It was mentioned. I had Fafita already, but not for 2+. Had a Titans win just because I fucking hate the Roosters, and I think I had Tupu in there. But no, I'm going Fafita 2+, 11.50 against the Roosters. Pretty good odds.
Yeah, I think so. I think you take it. What's our? Oh, is this fucking a Manu and cheese for the Lippy?
It is a Manu and cheese.
With a Roosters 13+.
Ooh. That's probably a little bit too much.
Jesus,
for the sandwich
that's
for
almost
me.
too much cheese. It's like when you buy a burger and it's just unedible. You know what I mean? It's too fucking big and there's too much sauce on it.
You
It's
can't
like,
wrap
mate,
your mouth
I
around
don't
it.
enjoy eating a burger when my hands are saturated in sauce.
And it's all falling apart, and I basically need to like fucking unlock my jaws.
You
like
never
a
need
python.
it to be that big. Like it's like the burger needs what a base protein and a couple little things on it. You know what I mean?
That's a Mary's burger bet right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I think they shut down as well.
Well, because they
they?
they tried too hard.
They may have made that up.
just the one. No, I think the one in the city.
Okay.
But like, remember Bondi Tony's as well? Their burgers are about
Oh,
that big.
Bondi Tony's, dude, like bigger than better. No,
Yeah, dude,
mate.
no.
Cheeseburger, one of the great selling burgers all time at McDonald's, is fucking
Yeah,
time.
I don't want to have to abseil off this fucking burger. Anyway, Lippy's got Manu cheese, Roosters 13+. Jesus, 29.50.
Awful bet.
Awful.
Awful bet.
We move on to the Newcastle Knights v. the Melbourne Storm. Excuse me. McDonald Jones Stadium. Now, the Knights are $3.25. The Storm $1.35. The line is 8.5 points. Over under 45.5 rugby league points. Rando.
We talked about just before the Titans having a long losing streak against the Roosters. The Knights have an even longer one against the Storm. They haven't beaten them since 2015, losing their last 11 games head-to-head. The Storm have won the last 9 by 10 points or more, so they should cover that minus 8.5 line. They also haven't conceded a try at McDonald Jones in 116 minutes of footy. For try scorers, the Knights are conceding 29% of their tries in Cam Munster's attacking channel. Money has scored in each of his last 2 against the Knights and each of his last 2 at McDonald Jones, so he's good value there, I think around $2.85.
Okay, Rando.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might just take that money.
Okay, Rando. Edward, what are you doing, mate? Because I'm changing my bet.
Listen, Storm love fucking pumping the Knights. How many they won in a row, Rando?
11.
11 in a row. I mean, music to my ears. Munster, Meaney, Grant, $20.08. I think it might be a bit of a bloodbath. I'm banking on it being a bloodbath, and my bet reflects that.
I have got currently Storm minus 8.5. I feel like they pump him, and that line's fucking piss weak for a pumping.
It's a weak line.
It's a weak line. It's a line that you basically, if that line was a burger, you could have it in one mouthful. That's how fucking easy that line is. You gobble that bitch
A
right up.
slider, almost.
It's a slider, dude. It's a little like
It's a rugby league slider.
Walk around in a tray. Hey, do you want some sliders?
Yeah, I do.
I've got Harry Grant and I also have Jerome Hughes. Do I change things around because of the Munster thing? The only thing I change, punters and dribblers, I just add Munster in. So I got Storm minus 8.5, Hughes, Grant, and money, and you're going to be getting 28.84. A lot to happen, but fuck it.
Well, not heaps to happen.
Not that much, to be honest. If all three of them score that 8.5 line, is fucking.
I just don't want Hughes to score, basically.
That's not fair.
From a
That's
selfish
not nice.
perspective.
Yeah, it is.
The Lippy. Oh, sorry, Sebo, have you been?
Yeah, no, I'm sensing a pumping. Like Knights always do.
A humping
this.
or a pumping?
A
Not the
pumping
same
by
thing.
That pumping, yeah. How much is it? What's bigger? Humping's bigger than a pumping?
I think a humping's bigger than a pumping.
Way bigger.
Yeah.
You can pump someone if you hump someone. Ooh, baby.
Humping's probably 50 plus, pumping 40 plus.
No,
kind
I
of
think
points.
a humping's probably 30 points.
Humping's 30 plus
Yeah.
in terms of like points.
Pumping's 20 plus. You pump someone if it's 20 points.
A 20-point margin.
Margin?
Yeah.
Margin.
Bye.
I'm sensing a definite pumping.
Is a thumping bigger than a humping? A humping,
Oh,
pumping, and a
no, if
thumping?
you get thumped, it's bigger than humped.
Yeah, it's probably,
Yeah.
or is it pumping, thumping, humping?
Probably. Because you don't want to
probably
get
is.
humped. Because that implies that you've been entered.
Yes. So I'd say maybe
Against
then,
your will.
So a pumping 20 plus, a thumping 30 plus, and then a humping 40 plus.
Yes, correct.
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be thumping.
Yes.
Definite thumping, potential humping. Because I think the Knights might score 1 or 2 tries. Storm will score like 36 plus type things. I'm just taking money in Warbrick 530. Could go crazy like Tom. His bet's not too bad. It could come off, but I just want to get 2. Love those money stats, and I'm owed a brick, so 530.
Okay. What's Libby doing?
Knights plus 8.5. Gamble Munster awful bet. That's just a bad bet.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's a bad bet.
Plus 8.5.
I just don't. I just think that people have been wool pulled by the Knights in buy round footy.
Yeah,
it's not the same competition.
No,
It's not the same competition.
The Knights could be. They're a team to watch coming into finals. I'm like,
fucking give it a rest.
Shut up.
If you give any fucking weight to buy round footy, you're an idiot.
Yeah. And we mean that
The last 7-8 weeks, write the fucking thing off.
Greatest respect. Next, Cows Eels. Cows and the Eels. We are at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Cows are favourites, $1.45. The Eels, $2.80. Lions, 7.5 points. Over under 47.5 points. Eels will be without Campbell Gillard of crushing Randos fucking lungs fame for the next 5 weeks-ish. Rando, what are the stats saying?
The Cows have been waiting for this game for almost a year. Obviously, they lost that prelim final. Some of us haven't forgotten. I'm sure they haven't either. The home ground advantage will be huge for them. They have won and covered the line in their last 5 games at Townsville. The Eels have lost 7 of their last 9 games in Townsville and have only won 1 of their 4 games played interstate this year. For try scorers, Murray Taulagi is the best value of any player this weekend at $2. The Eels are conceding 31% of their tries down their right edge, with the left winger scoring in each of the last 4 games. Taulagi has scored 6 tries in his last 4 games and 5 tries in his last 2 in Townsville.
Okay.
Like that, making a quick change.
Yep, I'm
making a quick change.
Taulagi himself.
I did have Valame and Nanai. I now have Nanai and Tuolangi. And that, punters and dribblers, gets the leader of this fucking shit show. $4.20 rugby league cents.
You know what I'm doing?
That's an old school. That's a 2022 bet right there. Nanai and Tuolangi.
Yeah, it is.
Big time.
Well, you want to hear a 2022 bet? Because mine's fucking pretty... Mine's a 2022 bet / Old Testament Tom bet. I just had Nanai and Drinky, $5. Like, you can take that. You know, I don't mind Nanai and Drinky. It's a bit sort of set and forget. I like Drinky. I like Nana. They score rugby league tries. What I'm going to do in lieu of Taulagi news... I put him in for 1 and it gave me like $9. I'm like, I can't take 3 try scorers at $9. It's just not workable. What if I told you that if you took Taulagi 2 tries, Nanai and Drinky, you're going to get $30.74.
I don't hate that bet.
It's not that bad.
It's not.
I don't hate that bet.
No, you don't. And you can't hate that bet. You just can't hate that bet.
It's a good bet.
I don't hate that bet.
No, you can't.
I don't.
Good. You can't.
I don't.
I'm glad you don't because it's hard to hate.
You can't hate it.
You can't hate it. I keep forgetting how to spell his last name. Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, it's tough.
What are you doing, Sam?
I'm taking Taulagi as well. Already had him, and then Gotho. I was on him last week. He didn't get me a bet, but he got up on a leg. I see this is one of those effort games because it's like a kind of make it into the top 8 clash. And Para do stand up when they verse teams in that sort of situation, I think. So I'm just taking 1 from each side. Taulagi, Gotho, $4.98. I quite like if that was $5.02, I'd fucking love it. It's $4.98, so now it's like I like it, but like
love it.
if it's $5.02, I'd fucking yeah,
you'd be coming for it.
Yeah, those
It'd be like it's like getting 99 instead of 100 in a
Yes.
test match. You know what I mean?
yeah.
There's a big difference, even though there isn't really.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's
Huge
where I'm at.
difference, but not a big difference.
Well, it's 1 run. It's fucking nothing.
But
it's
huge.
massive.
It's massive in the context of your career.
Yeah, and that paying $4.98 instead of $5.02, huge difference.
Huge difference.
Lippy, Cows -7.5, Tuolungi 305. I can't hate it because...
Can't hate it, but it's a bit boo. You know.
Well, I can't hate it because it's sort of, it's in and around my bet. It's not as good as my bet, but it's okay.
It's in and around. You take it. We move on to the Panthers v. the Dogs, otherwise known as fucking ATS multi hotbed of horny bets. Panthers $1. Probably not small enough.
That has to be a joke, though.
Mate, they're $1.14, 13 plus.
Yeah. Bulldogs, $16. Not big enough. They should be fucking $4,000. The line, 28.5 points. Over under 47.5 points. Rando.
Talk dirty to us, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Dogs are set at the third highest odds for an underdog in the last 15 years for good reason. They haven't been the Panthers in their last 5 games and haven't won in Penrith since 2016. However, I don't mind that plus 28.5 line, considering the Panthers' biggest win over a bottom 3 team at home is 24 points. And the Dogs have only lost by 28 plus points once on the road this year. For try scorers, I'm looking at the milestone man, think he's the best value here. That is Nathan Cleary playing game 150. The Dogs' left side defense is their weakest. They leaked 5 tries on the weekend to the Broncos. The top scoring position against the Dogs on that left side, attacking that left side defense, is the halfback, who has scored 10 tries against them and 3 tries in the last 4 games. So Nathan Cleary in game 150 is definitely a good shout here.
Thank you, Rando. Can I just say I've taken none of what you've said
Perfect.
to heart at all. I don't
That's all
care
good.
about your stats. For this game specifically, of course. Now, we've all got a mixture of each other's bets here. Early on, I was looking at, well, look, we've all got Targo 2+, not to speak about everyone's bets without you saying it, but like that, he got 2 on the weekend, and he's in fucking red hot form. I was initially thinking Critter 2+, but then I'm like, you put the Ghost in for 2. There's some value there. He's going to be in and around the action. And then you just put in Critter for an any time. So if you go on Targo and Edwards, you're still getting some real good semi-Val, some Val Holmes. But you then throw in a Critter, and this thing blows out to one of the great Old Testament Tom bets of all time. Targo 2+, Edwards 2+, Crichton anytime. 56-54. They're going to fucking beat the piss out of the Bulldogs. They suck all of the dicks. Respectfully, of course. I just think that's a good bet.
Yeah, look, I can't fault it because I am taking Targo and Edwards 2+ as well. You basically talk through it. Everyone's going to be taking at least two 2+ on this game. What I like to do when you're taking 2+ is like, yeah, you've got Tungo on the right side, but then take an Edwards who can pop up either side of the ruck if they're dominating either side. So you're kind of always in the action, but you're not constricted to anything, right? Yeah. So a fullback and a centre, 31-15. Like, you got to be going 2+ in this game.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's paying like $1.40 or something. So 2+ is where it's at.
Yeah.
I predict a humping. Will predict a humping. I've got Tungo 2+, Critter 2+, and Cleary in his milestone game. I am going to double stake it, so it's to win $100 in our 100th episode.
Yeah, I might triple stake mine while we're at it as well. Just because considering we're all putting like $1 on it.
Well, I guess we're all triple staking it then. I'll triple stake it. Fuck it. Again, for those that don't understand me, how would that work? Well, triple staking, like, because obviously you're not having to put that much on.
So you're not even putting $1 on your bet.
Yeah, right.
You're putting like 80 cents on it.
Okay, cool.
Episode 100. Still don't understand how we are.
Dude, I'm not. I'm like,
He has no
this,
fucking idea, bro.
you put this on this, and then we
idea.
go. No idea. But, I'm a champion.
it's-
I'm a champion. You know what I mean? I'm a champion.
Asterisk champion.
No.
Yeah,
way.
you did. You needed Voldemort's help.
No,
man.
dude.
Listen,
What are you
check the
talking about?
tape.
Voldemort lost to me. Voldemort lost to me.
Check the
well, we
tapes.
can't. They've been deleted.
Well, I can check them.
And I beat Voldemort. So that
There
doesn't
was-
make sense. I beat Voldemort. How does that work?
But I bet you in rugby league.
But how did
So
I
you
beat-
used his golf bets to win.
I beat Voldemort. How does that work? If I was using
Voldemort,
him,
yeah.
I beat him.
He assisted you.
Yeah.
He assisted all of us. He
No,
assisted
you needed
too.
dark energy to
He
win.
assisted you too, you fucking loser.
No, because I.
No. You were
Listen,
taking the
I
same
won the
bets.
NRL. I won
Nah.
NRL that season.
If
Sorry,
you're
buddy.
building a house, and Voldemort's also
Listen,
another
it's
builder,
all right.
and
You've
Voldemort
got
can
one of
help
the
you
great
build
asterisks
yours,
of
and you
all
can
time.
build your
But he
house.
had the
before-
exact same opportunity to do the exact same thing, and he didn't. So it's the exact
No,
same
no.
situation.
So what happened
But no
was-
one's calling him
so
an
what happened
asterisk
was
winner.
back then.
You're the asterisk
Nah.
winner.
Back then we had to pick different golfers, and you picked
Right,
his
so
winners.
I did it better than you.
Yeah, using
Whereas
Voldemort's dark magic.
You had the exact same thing.
You used his magic to win,
no,
mate.
No, that guy didn't have magic. Let's be honest. We found out Voldemort.
Put it
no
this way:
magic.
if he didn't have Voldemort's magic,
No,
he
incorrect.
doesn't win.
Incorrect.
That's just a
I'm a
fact.
champion. Forever a champion.
Without
No.
Voldemort's magic, you don't win. That's just a fact.
Incorrect.
Yeah, look.
But did you win rugby league?
We did more than just rugby league.
What else we do? AFL. I won AFL and rugby league, and we did Voldemort.
We did
bets.
MMA. I think we did some NFL. Anyway, let's move on. What did the Lippy do?
One of the great asterisks of all time. We should actually get that put up.
Please. Lippy's gone. Edwards and Critter, 876. Boring. Could have had some real fucking cashish on this game. We move on. Sharks, Seagulls.
If there was any justice, you'd be in Alcatraz for
Me?
fucking working with that mate.
Oh, fuck. Mate, you worked with him just as much.
Well.
Yeah, wait, we all did. Well, on this show. Trust on this show. Sharks, Seagulls. At Shark Park. Where are we here? Sharks, $1.36.
Get it together.
Huh?
Get it together.
Yeah, well, please, mate. Sending me to Alcatraz with that motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Shark Seagulls, Shark Park, $1.36. Manly 3.10, the line 8.5. Over under 47.5 points. Rando, on the couch, what's up?
Ears up, fellas. Here's some good news. Manly have won 10 of their last 13 games against the Sharks at Shark Park. Now for the bad news, the Sharks are bottom 8 bullies. They have won their last 5 against bottom 8 teams by an average margin of 24 points, and the Seagulls have lost 6 of their last 8 games away. So you could look at the Seagulls stat at Shark Park and take them, but I reckon the best tip would be with the Sharks for try scorers. The fullback has scored 5 tries in the last 5 games against Manly. Will Kennedy has scored 3 tries in his last 3 games against Manly as well. So he's good value at $2.15.
Sweet. Well, I'm going to just jump straight into the pool here. I think I've found a really hot bet. I have found hot bets all fucking show. Kennedy, as Rando's just attested to, he'll score based on the stats, which is nice. Now, Hamole, not a guaranteed try scorer, but a try scorer of note. We would agree?
Well, he hasn't been scoring this year, and on the weekend he had he was basically walking across the line and gave
And he
it.
gave
So
it,
I'm
and
just,
I might have been on him
I
first
do
try scorer.
wonder.
But he can score tries.
But is that the edge, the Sharks' edge? Is he up against the edge?
Yes,
Everyone's
he is.
going
Yes,
fucking...
that's the edge where we attack, where the Sharks, and they've sort of been dropping people, bringing them in.
Yeah.
So it's their dodgy edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have Kennedy, you assume Kennedy will score, right? Hamole, he's a try scorer of note. All I need then is Brad Parker to go over. Not impossible. Brad scores tries, not impossible. 3 try scorers, none of them long donks.
No, I can't. Well, Parker's paying $4, I think.
31.26 for
Parker's
those 3
probably
try
your
scorers.
longest,
That's
isn't
my
he?
longest donk,
Yeah.
and it's 31.26.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
No, it's good. I'm on DCE because he's the best fucking half in the comp, and you can't tell me otherwise. He's also playing on the right edge, and Garrick just fucking swooping around the outside again. He can attack that right edge. $9.66 for not much to happen. Not much to happen.
Not much at all,
Not much to happen.
but a bit.
I'm just taking
Little bit.
Kennedy
Not too
and
much.
Hamole from Tom. Same reasoning there. Hamole up against the dodgy edge. Kennedy should go in. Then just to Mulatalo. Everyone's owed to Mulatalo. And that's
Mate,
12.27.
Mulatalo does not pay his debts, and I love Mulatalo.
I don't- yeah,
But
I-
like when you
like,
when
I
you
think if
owe
you
to
ask-
Mulatalo, like
yeah.
he doesn't give a fuck
but
about what he owes.
It's a great
No,
point.
But this is his biggest
Try asking
debt.
Mulatalo for money.
No.
This is like
Tell
the
you get
biggest
fucked.
debt of Mulatalo that he's been in. He owes everyone. So he's just like,
He'd be like, I don't know your
He
shit.
doesn't know me. I wasn't on him
He
last
doesn't know
week.
me.
No.
he owes fair people. For,
Oh, no, he
yeah.
owes
Yeah.
you.
He owes
and
me.
does he owe you anything? Maybe you owe him.
But you could argue based on your recent punting over the last 2 months that everyone in the league owes you.
Yeah, but
Great
when
point.
Who doesn't owe you?
But
Who doesn't owe you?
I'm mates with Mulatalo. We've banged
Maybe
a lot
you're not,
together,
though, you know,
and
maybe
so
you're
it's
not.
just like, yeah, I think we are. We'll see.
I think you're.
I think
I think
you
if you
think you
asked
are.
him, he'd probably say that you're that fucking annoying Greek kid at the pub who just won't leave him alone.
Who got up on a $16 multi with him and all his mates
How
down?
long ago?
early summer.
Yeah. So, when you first came over to him, it was fun. You were this new fun kid, and now you just didn't leave him alone. He's like, fuck off.
Yeah, I took a photo with you. Now leave me alone.
Or he's just gone down to the snow or something. I'm not into snowboarding. Maybe he is. We're just taking a few weeks off. He's doing his thing. I'm not really sure what he's up
you're
to.
saying he owes you. He's like, I don't know, you shit. We had a good time. Now what the fuck? He's like, I took a photo with you.
You're asking for too much now.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping now this transfers to that owing energy. That bet goes bang. Confirm that Mulatalo and I are best buds.
Okay. Lippy's gone Manly plus 8.5, half a last name. And
Manly plus 8.5 at 5.28.
That can't be right. Hold on.
surely not.
I'll get it.
That makes no sense.
That makes
What's the
zero.
line?
Oh, and DCE.
Oh, and DCO, right.
It's a tough bet for that amount of money. But that's rugby league, punters. That's rugby league. Let's move on. We now go to the British Open golf. You got to be on. You know, we got to have a look at the big ones in golf. And Sebo, is there anything particularly noteworthy that we can give the punters some insight on?
It's at Royal Liverpool. I think they've done 2 opens there before. Tiger won one. And I heard or read something somewhere where when he won, I think around 2006, he actually put the driver away for 17 of the holes on the last day because you've got to be super accurate on the fairways. It's that linksy shit, you know what I mean? You miss the fairway, you're just in that stuff. It's like Barn Bugler stuff. You just got no shot at anything. So I think tee to green fairway finding is the thing you're looking for here. You know, lots of like pop bunkers and shit. It's just super accurate course. So I am taking... I wanted to do Cam Smith, but his driver is just not that accurate. So, and I'm also in a world of hurt. And who got me out of this last time? Scotty Chef. I willed him to the world number 1. He's still at world number 1. I'm taking him. He played the Scottish Open last week. Similar kind of conditions. Would have won if a few more putts sank. Like he was just getting on the green. He just was putters off. So I'm hoping his putter warms up. I'm just taking him for a win T5, T10. He's like second or third favourite. 850, 263 and 183.
It's funny, Sebo going back to the well of like a season where he came last to try and turn his fucking fortunes around.
I'm pretty sure Scotty Chef got me plus 40 units in golf because I earmarked someone who was 50th in the world and willed him all the way to world number 1 and the Masters. And I came out, how many units? 319 up. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Scotty Chef that season. I think like that was 1 unit scooper. But anyway, full respect to you. Eddie, you and I basically same thought process here.
Very same thought process. Cameron Smith, one of the greatest putters to have ever fucking lived. I actually watched a masterclass of his the other day putting, and it just turned me on. One of the purest fucking strokes in the PGA, punters and dribblers. Now, Cam Smith won last year, obviously. He's been shunned by the event organisers. Hasn't been put in a, what's the term? A feature group. The disrespect, the pettiness.
It's so petty.
Of these fucking old, archaic grandpas to shun the past champion like that. It's disgraceful.
But it's cutting off your nose to spite your face. People would want to watch it. Like, why would
He's
you
the part,
fucking
even
do
if he
that?
wasn't the past champion, you'd put him on because he's like an elite putter and he's like a link style golfer, like already. You're right.
It's disrespectful, and I can guarantee you one thing, punters and dribblers: the golf gods don't fucking take that sort of behaviour favourably, and I think they give him a bit of a bum tap here, Cameron Smith. He's also said that he's going to drink fucking piss out of the cup with his boys.
Yeah, he was saying that to his mates. Yeah. Oh, just wait a couple of days, we'll be drinking out of that bitch again. That sort of confidence, that's WWE fighter sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Like you talk shit, get hit.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, Tom. Talk shit, get hit. He's going to give a big fuck you, flick the bird to the organisers, fuck the lot here. $15 for Cam Smith too. I'm not walking past $15 in the street, punters and dribblers. 263 top 10, $1.80 top 20. Cameron Smith does win and wins well.
Lippy has gone Tommy Fleetwood.
Yep.
I don't know what he's paying for fucking T10, T20, but that's $23 for Tommy Fleetwood. That's the Open, baby. Let's move on to Randos, Hot Boys, and Bet of the Week.
Starting with the bet of the week, I'm going with the spoonball. Think it's the easiest game to tip and get good value. Taking the Dragons here to cover the line. They've covered the line in 6 of their last 7 games at home. They're also averaging 23 points per game in their last 5 games. The Tigers are only averaging 10 points per game in those last 5 games. For try scorers, Michaeli Ravalawa is the best value here. The Tigers are hopeless down their left edge defence. They've conceded 21 tries to right wingers. And Michaeli Ravalawa has scored 7 tries in his last 5 at Wynn Stadium. You put Michaeli with the Dragons minus 3.5, and that is paying $2.67 for your best bet. Now on to the Hot Boys, and I'm starting with Michaeli Ravalawa again. 7 tries in 5 games at Wynn Stadium. Tigers leaking 21 tries to right wingers. Then I'm chucking in Campbell Graham, scored a hattie last time against the Broncos, and the Rabbitohs have scored 30% of their tries down his edge. Then I'm chucking in Dommy Young as an underdog try scorer, the leading try scorer in the NRL, and the Storm have leaked the most tries to right wingers. And to finish, Murray Taulagi at $2. Just great value there. He scored 6 tries in his last 4 games, and the Eels have conceded a whopping 31% of tries down their right edge, including letting the left winger score in each of the last 4 games. You put them all together, and that is paying $16.27.
Beautiful stuff there, Rando. You can go and rest now, buddy.
Oh, man, on one lung,
well.
that was tough to get
quite.
out.
Not quite, but pretty much. You know what I mean? Rest your eyes, breathe gently. We move on to our unit scoopers. I'm going to just get to it. I've just Control-C, Control-V'd my Penrith bet. Targo 2+, Edwards 2+, Crichton anytime, 56.54. Send it over. I believe in it. I believe in that bet.
Good on you, mate. I've got the Dragons, the Warriors, the Rabbitohs, the Titans, the Storm, the Cows, 15.94.
I've got 4 golfers for a T20 at the Open. I got Rory, Scotty Shep, Vicky Hoff, and Cam Smith, and then just Critter and DWZ, 18.95.
Beautiful.
And the Lippy, Dragons 13+, Wires 1-12, Broncos 1-12, Roosters 13+, 97.67.
All right, that is your unit scoopers, our unit scoopers. We'll move on to our 10 into 10,000, the most important segment of this fucking show.
That's what we come here for.
It's what you
That's why
come
I get
here
out of
for.
bed.
Who's got Thursday night?
I do. Buller, 260.
Okay, beautiful. I'm on Friday, and I've got Albert Hopewade, also 260.
I'm Saturday to Lungy, $2.
Sunday, I'm taking Casper, Dilly Edwards, $2.10.
That gets up.
Love it.
That just
Yeah.
gets
That
up.
gets up.
That
That's a
gets up,
winner.
and then we've just got 6 to get.
Yeah, that's easy.
Fucking easy. What a piece of piss.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm pumped this
we
week.
are really good
I'm
here.
pumped.
All right, that's us. Shout out again to Neds for their support. The group code, entry code, About Even in the Neds app is Dribbler. Get in there. About Even the name, Dribbler the passcode. Enjoy your punting this weekend, everyone. Rando, hope you're feeling better. Congratulations on the career and the retirement.
Thank you.
That's it.
Bye-bye.